All right. Hey, Jono, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, good man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for joining us on the show with Everblack Podcast. Really appreciate your
Thanks for
time.
having me.
Whereabouts are you at the moment in Sydney?
No, I'm just down in Melbourne, so I live down in
Oh,
Melbourne now.
oh, cool.
Me and Andrew, who plays bass in the band, both live down here, and the rest of the boys are up in Sydney.
Ah, gotcha. Cool, cool. And different atmosphere down there?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I work from home, so it's all kind of the same to me. It's only when I step outside that I go, oh, I'm not in Sydney anymore.
That's it. And the weather's totally just fine one day, freezing the next.
Yeah, oh, it's mate, bloody 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's been really nice this last week or so. Spring has sprung and it's been beautiful out.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's what you want. End
Yeah.
of the rain. We had where I'm on the Gold Coast. We had some torrential rain today. It was just all of a sudden looked out, black skies, thunder, lightning came out of nowhere.
Far out.
Hectic.
Have you guys been hit with the heat wave up there as well?
Yeah,
You
I haven't
think it?
noticed. I haven't think it's too bad here. It's
Yeah, I know a
probably on
couple of the
its
boys
way.
up in Sydney are slogging through it this past sort of week. It's just been, insanely hot days, but hasn't been too bad down here, and I'm glad that it hasn't been too awful for you up there as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I know you've got some exciting things in the works at the moment. You guys signed with Pure Noise Records.
Yeah, big
Just
one.
dropped a new single, "Bound to Your Whispers," and touring with Thornhill next month. And God, you've announced it. Good things. How exciting!
Yeah, it's a crazy couple of months. It's sort of the polar opposite to the start of the year where we were kind of getting all of our ducks in a row and sort of working out, I guess, the next release and what that all looks like and slaving away for what feels like an eternity. And now we're at the fun part now where we get to play crazy shows, we get to, release new music. It's sort of the reaping of the hard work.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what you want the reward. Well, there's I've listened to the single; it's incredible. It's very
Thank you.
very heavy. I love the balance of yourself and Jared with the vocals working together. I think it's
Yeah,
going to be a hit with old fans and definitely bring in some new ones for you guys. That's for sure.
for sure.
Tell me a bit about the song. How did it come about?
Yeah, so I guess the way it came about was we have a style of writing very much, which is absolutely slam a Dropbox to the brim of different song ideas. Sometimes they're fully fleshed songs, sometimes they're riffs. And we work with a producer down here in Melbourne, a guy that we've worked with since we released Cold, named Chris Vernon, and he's an absolute gun. He's kind of like the sixth man in a way, where he will kind of listen to everything we've put together, all the stuff that we've written, and really become the glue guy, so to speak, and help us take the best bits of people's different ideas or maybe different riffs, this and that, and bring it home. For us writing this one, we really liked the balance that we found with Sink Into the Soil, which was January last year, kind of combining, kind of pushing the extremes a little bit, leaning more into the heavier sort of riffs and breakdowns and all the all the stuff that goes well live, with sort of really catchy hooks and choruses and sing along moments. And I guess then also blending that together with what I'd consider one of the things we do best, which is that really emotive and really like literal lyricism and almost like a more intimate sort of song. So I guess with Bound, we really wanted to push the extremes and kind of hit those three marks of having something that was catchy, something that was heavy, and something that was easy to connect with.
Yeah, all mushed into one. It's
Exactly,
awesome.
a crock pot.
Yeah, was there sort of a set message you wanted to get out there with it, or?
I think with a lot of the stuff that we've been writing of late, it's very much about internalized feelings. Bound to Your Whispers sort of started as an idea I had for a song where it was two characters interacting, and in the case of Bound to Your Whispers, it's the protagonist and the voice inside their head who at the start, at the beginning, is very much sort of the voice of reason and is soothing, and there's comfort in it. But as sort of the mental health deteriorates, that voice becomes sort of a negative influence. And there's a lyric like, "I'm the root of your anxiety. There's not a world that you'd exist without me." And I think that's just based on, I think, feelings that we all have of that inner voice that's negative, or making you doubt yourself. And I think Bound was a cool way to explore that idea of kind of putting these two characters, so to speak, and Jared and myself, I guess, in the song, having that dialogue with each other.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely worked well. I mean, we can't wait to hear it play live. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun one. We've got the token breakdown bit, so perfect for playing it live.
Yeah. Do you is that how you plan when you make songs, to expect how they're going to hit live, or you just don't even think about it?
I think there's definitely an element of it. Like, there's definitely songs that we've recorded and released, and we've all kind of gone into the process going, this part, like, we know that this part will translate well live, like, and we really want to explore that. But then I guess sometimes the opposite happens, where there's songs where we are unsure of how they'll translate live, and they end up being some of the best in the set, like June off In Passing, for example. We never expected that to be a song that went off live, but every time we play it, it gets a huge response. So you never know with these things. There's a bit of a gamble to it. But I think we found things that we really like to hear in music also happen to be things that our audience likes to hear in Bloom songs. So it kind of works that way nicely, and everything kind of falls into place.
Yeah, which is what you want. Is I mean, speaking of live, I mean, you got the Thornhill tour coming up.
Yeah,
are you excited for that one?
Absolutely. Like, it's the biggest rooms that we've played today. Like, the first shows at the Forum down here in Melbourne, and that's a fucking big room. I think the thing that I'm most looking forward to with that tour is it's kind of a reunion. We toured with Thornhill in 2021. We toured with Holding Absence in 2022. And we got along so well. I guess the tough part with touring, or especially touring with a band for the first time, is half the tour is spent breaking the ice and getting to know each other. And then just like, like the tour ends and everyone returns to their respective homes, and sometimes that might be the last time you see them. But with this tour, like, our friends in Holding Absence, like, we got to do a tour with them already. The ice is already broken. So it's almost like a big reunion, and such a big part of touring is the community aspect for it as well. So yeah, really, really excited for that one. It's going to be massive rooms, massive shows, but sort of the icing on the cake with all of that is it's just going to be a big old friendship reunion.
Yeah, which is awesome. You don't have to go through that, and it's just all fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, it should be a great show. I think you guys playing at the Tivoli up here in Brisbane, so
yeah,
I'll definitely be attending
beautiful
that one.
venue, beautiful fucking venue. It's we haven't played favorites. It. We've done the Triffid a few times. That's the biggest we've done in Brisbane. But yeah, Tiv is. I saw In Heart's Wake there with Thornhill were on it, and I can't remember who else. But I was like, wow, this is like a theater. Like,
it's amazing,
gorgeous.
Yeah, well, I hope to be attending. I should be doing the photography for it too for us. So
lovely.
We'll catch you there for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and good things. I mean, that's the big one. It's huge.
That's crazy. Like, we are so fortunate. Like, we look at that lineup and we go, how the fuck did we manage to swindle this? And it's full credit to our booking agent and manager. Em is just an absolute gun. If we want something, she will work tooth and nail to get us there. And yeah, it's crazy to see sort of our name with as a part of that lineup. Like, my parents will look at the poster and they say, "Oh, I know who Fall Out Boy is, and you guys are on there as well." Like, it's that beautiful collision of worlds.
And then the Devo fans, and
yeah, exactly. Bring out the red hats.
How do you find out? Like, do you just get told from management that hey, you're on the lineup?
So we got an email. That's the
nice.
the it's not the prettiest, it's not the glam, but it's we get an email and everyone collectively in the group chat shits themselves. Like, it's kind of it's a really fun thing that I guess a lot of people in bands will relate to, is seeing an email come in and having everyone jumps online, and everyone has everyone's expressing their excitement. So yeah, for us, Good Things was we weren't really expecting it. Like for the Australian acts, especially, like they book all the internationals, they get the headliners locked in, and then the I guess the Australian, the smaller, more like opener type bands is kind of left pretty late. So, Good Things announce that a lineup's coming, but you haven't seen an offer. So you go, okay, well, we're not going to be on it. And then, you're a week, 2 weeks out, and you get an email that says, you want to play Good Things? And you say, absolutely, I would love to play Good Things.
I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out question. Do you want to play it? Like, of course you want to play it.
No, I have to consider
just
it,
like,
but,
no, sorry, I don't want to play.
Yeah, I think I'm busy. I can't make it.
No, I mean, Limp BIZKIT, Bullet for My Valentine. Like, who?
Yeah, haven't heard of him.
No,
yeah.
no.
I mean, you must be music.
You must be stoked. Is it like? Is there anyone on the tour you're really excited personally to see?
There's kind of two different ways it goes. Like, there's a lot of songs that I just cannot wait to hear. Like, Eskimo Joe, Black Fingernails, Red Wine. I remember ripping that to a CD when I was like 10 years old. DEVO, honestly, Whip It. Obviously the Limp Bizkit classics, your Break Stuff and Rollin'. But there's other bands on there as well, like The Plot and You. They are such a great band live, and I saw them last time they were here. I'm really excited to see them for 3 days in a row. And I'm really excited. We're good friends with the boys in Tapestry, friends with the boys in Ocean Sleeper, and I think I kind of speak for all of us when I say, like, it's a massive opportunity for sort of bands our size. Like, there's going to be, tens of thousands of people attending these festivals over that weekend, and it's a whole new set of eyes, people that have never heard of our bands that will be strolling past and seeing us play. So yeah, really excited for the headliners, really excited for our friends who are also going to get up there and crush it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's the brilliant part of the festival vibe, isn't it? Like, you can just walk through, you have the people that you go to see, but then when you're walking past, you see someone else and just think, oh, wow, they're awesome. And then instantly, you can attract so many new fans straight away. It's brilliant.
It happened last year with Gojira. Like, I was walking between sort of stages and Gojira on, and I ended up going, oh, what's this? And ended up watching the whole set. And it was a band that, like, obviously I've heard of Gojira. Obviously I've, listened to bits and pieces, but I think there's something that translates seeing a band live, especially a band that you don't know much about, seeing them live and them kind of catching you off guard. I think that really resonates. And I think, a festival's the perfect setting for it.
Yeah, definitely. That's the brilliance of music, hey?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, I mean, it's definitely going to be an epic festival. Having you guys on there will be adding to it as well. So should be a good time.
It'll be a pretty crazy weekend. I mean, it's 3 days back to back, fly in, fly out sort of business. So yeah, we'll see how we all hold up. So I wonder how we'll be after the last show. But yeah, could not be more excited for it.
It'll just be sleep and just
relax
for sure.
Sleeping.
All right, so I'd like to have a bit of fun with a bit of serious questions in the sense. So down to the serious one now, if you're ready. All the walls come down for this. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yeah. I don't have to think about it. Yeah, it's
100%.
It's like, people that don't like it, I can get it, but for me, it just fucking hits the spot. I'm putting pineapple on pizzas as I'm adding it in. Like, that's if I'm getting a pizza and I think it could do with a little bit of fruity zest, sign me up. I'm adding that on. I'll pay the $2. Put the fucking pineapple in. I'm all about it.
Pepperoni, pineapple.
Fuck it. Pineapple. Why not? You're never going to know until you try it. Exactly. You're going to live in your white wall room. Like, have a little bit of fucking fun with it.
Exactly. Well, that was my one serious question. That was it. I just
that was deep. It took. You can tell I was very passionate about it as well.
The walls came down. You could write a song about
Absolutely. Yeah.
Also, I mean, I also ask everybody that I interview. So if Bloom could collab with anyone, alive or not, who would it be with and why?
Collab with anyone.
I get some fun answers.
So the first answer that comes to mind is The Weeknd, solely because look at the fucking Spotify numbers. Oh, yeah. Imagine if we collabed on Blinding Lights, we would be fucking living in mansions. So that's my semi-serious, but fuck, that'd be nice answer. I would love to do something with Touche Amore. That's kind of me more personally. I don't know if that's the whole band, but Touche Amore are one of the bands that got me, I guess, across the line from I don't like this screaming music into kind of resonating, and especially lyrically. Like we take such a massive influence on how they tell stories through their songs and the very literal descriptions that they give. And I think they're they're one of their albums that really got me into sort of heavier music and melodic hardcore, especially turned 10 years old the other day, and it's kind of crazy looking back on how much that album has influenced where we're at as musicians now as well. So yeah, Touche would be my genuine. I would be starstruck to be in a room with, but Blinding Lights is my financial mind getting put to work.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I've had some interesting answers, so I like it. And I mean, you're right with all the like albums these days turning 10 years old. It's crazy. It felt like just around the corner, but like there's been so many bands. Like
2013 was a fucking crazy year for music.
Yeah.
Like looking back on all 10 years ago today, The Difference Between Hell and Home by Counterparts came out. Yep. And like that's a fucking untouchable album. Put that on the wall. Like 2013 was a crazy year for music. So yeah, it's a bit harrowing seeing 10 years of this album going, oh fuck, like 10 years is gone just like that. I remember the day this came out.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Like I've recently shot the In Heart's Wake Divination tour.
Yeah.
Dream on Dreamer, Loveless, and Young Lions just had the Burn one. Like it's just every album that you see, it's just like, I listen to it every day, and then you're just like 10 years. What? Does
that make you feel old? When Div came out, like I remember going to the Divination tour they did for the album, and waiting until everyone had packed out so we could get photos with the band, and oh damn, it's crazy. Like 10 years just fucking flew.
Oh, plenty ahead. That's the best part
for sure.
So I mean, without giving away too much, what's next for Bloom? An album?
We've got a lot that is under wraps. Obviously, signing to Pure Noise was the main one that we wanted to get out in front of everyone, and obviously Bound as well. But we've been working. Yeah, exactly right. It was striked off the whiteboard. But yeah, we have definitely got a lot more to share. We're going to have more music out before the year is up. This is sort of just the beginning. As for touring, as for shows, there's heaps of stuff for 2024 that we're either got locked in or working hard to make happen. I think for us, finishing the year with Bound, and there'll be some more stuff coming, and then the Thornhill shows and Good Things is just such a nice way to wrap up the year, and we want to carry that momentum into the next year as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're excited to see what's to come, and the single again is amazing. We look forward to seeing you at the Thornhill shows and Good Things. I'll probably see you at both, so it'll be a nice cherry on top for myself.
Yeah.
But we'll wrap it up. Thanks again for your time today there, Jono. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All the best with what's to come. We'll drop some links below to the single, the tour dates, and hopefully we'll speak again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on.